Hello, welcome. It's Atomic Radio Hour, closer to the podcast. I'm your very tired host, Vince.
And I'm your island getaway host, Olive.
What's up? What's new?
Animal Crossing, that's what's new.
Okay, we're gonna get right into this?
We're getting right into it, dude. It's so fun. It's so fun.
Okay, yes.
I'm so hyped about it.
I bought it as well, and I agree. What's your favorite part about it?
I don't know. I mean, it's very visually appealing. I like that it's a set of chores that I like doing. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really enjoy talking to all the villagers and, like, giving them presents and them just being generally happy to see me. Especially because living in isolation has been driving me up a goddamn wall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my favorite part is probably laying out my town. It is no secret that I am addicted to city builders and sim games where I get to make and craft every little detail about a space. So my town is absolutely gorgeous. I use time travel because I am the Lord of Time. And I'm having a blast. I'm having so much fun. And even though I have the layout of my town, like, almost complete, I'm still going to have a lot of fun just, like, hand placing every flower to make it the perfect little island anyone's ever seen.
Cool.
And thank you for coming to my Animal Crossing podcast.
I don't have everything unlocked in mine yet, but I did like the first few hours of the game because it was kind of like, do this, do that, do this, do that. And then when it was like, go off and do whatever you want, I was just kind of like, wait, I want direction again.
What recent milestone have you hit?
Just got my 4th villager, so I have 4 total.
Do you have the campsite?
What do you mean the campsite?
Nope. Okay. I'm trying to gauge where you are in the main story.
I just got the Able sisters to show up.
Okay. Awesome.
So I actually have, like, cool clothes now.
Me too. Do you have the pro designer?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool. I love that you can make, like, all your own clothing.
Mm-hmm. What else happened? I have the museum. Museum's fucking so cool.
The museum's my favorite part. My favorite room is the butterfly room.
Oh, I love the aquarium.
Oh, the aquarium's really cool. The thing I like about the butterfly room is that, like, all the ones that you've caught just kind of flutter all around. Mm-hmm. So whenever visitors come to my island, I bring them there and take a picture with them.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. You haven't been to my island yet.
I don't have online for the Switch.
You're correct.
As soon as I get it, I'll jump over.
Cool.
No, it was very much like months ago. I was like, I don't want to play this stupid fucking baby game for girls and children. And then I saw everybody playing it, and I was like, all right, maybe I'll give it a try. And I think a big thing is that I bought it digitally, which, for me is like...
a taboo.
Not a taboo. What's the word? The sin. A mortal sin? No.
Cardinal sin?
Yeah, it's like a cardinal sin for me is to buy games digitally. And I think that's why I've been playing it as much as I have been, is because it's digital. I don't have to get up and switch the cartridges out, and like I feel like it's a game that plays better digitally than it does physically.
I agree. If I'm getting like a full ass AAA game like Skyrim 2 HD Electric Boogaloo, all right, I'll get a cartridge because that makes sense.
Yeah.
But for this, it's kind of has a similar play pattern to me, like an app. Like, I'll check it throughout the day.
Yes, exactly.
So, like, when I was just saying before we started recording, I've been getting up a lot earlier recently just to try to, like, keep my energy up. Mm-hmm. And I get up in the morning and I, like, say hi to my villagers and good morning and go pick my fruit and stuff. Then later, after some of my classes online, I'll hop on and, like, dig up all my fossils, kind of, like, draw my days out. Mm-hmm. And then at night, if I've got nothing better to do, I'll finish that day and then start a new day.
Tarantula Island.
Tarantula
okay.
Island. Tarantula
okay.
Island.
You're saying night. That's where I thought you were going.
Yeah, definitely. I've done a bunch of Tarantula Islands. I'm not rich by any means, but I've spent the majority of my money moving houses as I kind of craft little neighborhoods for my villagers. Like, I have them in, like, little blocks of, like, three or four, just spread her out like the main
Yeah.
big area of my island. So, and I've literally probably spent like 400,000 bells on moving houses because I placed all the houses, but then I wanted to put fencing around them. But I also wanted to have a too wide path, so I had to rearrange like both of my neighborhoods.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I
So
haven't-
all of my money has been going towards moving houses. I finally got all the houses where they belong now.
I haven't even unlocked it. I don't even know how to get Isabella.
Oh, I won't tell you then.
Yeah, I'm just kind of playing and I'm like, I want to move things. I want
Yeah.
more bridges.
There will come a time where you can get all the advanced construction stuff.
Yeah.
It's not far away from where you're at right now.
Oh, really? Cool.
Once you have 5 villagers, then you should see more of those options pop up.
Oh, okay. I gotta say the bunny day thing is the most whack shit ever.
I haven't played it because I've
it's-
time traveled, so
It's so fucking whack.
it's around for all of April, isn't it?
I think it's like the first half of April.
Yeah, I think my in-game day is like April 20th or something, so it's fine.
I don't know.
I saw it on Twitter. That's enough for me.
Yeah, it's you're not missing anything. Like they give you a bunch of custom DIY shit, and it's the most gaudy stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not for it, but it's a nice way to just kind of like come home and be like, I have to fish now. Like, and I hate that I love it so much because I'll be like, oh, look at that one. That's a cute fucking monkey that's in my town now. Or like this one dude named Eric the Elk just showed up, and he's got like a sweater on.
Cool.
And I'm like, what's up, Eric the Elk? Like, it's just like, I don't know. I never thought I'd be one for.
I got a bunch of cats.
Oh, really?
My original villagers were Cat, like Katt, and she's a cat with a leather jacket, and just like it's kind of like, yo, cool cat.
Oh, it's cool.
And the other one is Coach, and he is a
Gorilla?
no.
A lion?
No, he's a moose.
Yo.
Coach is a moose, but he's addicted to like working out, so he's got like a runner's jersey on,
Yeah.
and he's always in the plaza like doing stretches.
Dude, I think everybody starts with a workout person.
Oh, really?
Because my one squirrel is a workout person, and I want to get rid of them because they're just annoying. And
Eventually, you can pick and choose who you let in your village.
that's what I heard. And then I watched this one YouTube channel, and they were doing a let's play of it, and they got a lion who was a fitness enthusiast. So I was like, oh, I guess everybody gets that. But I got 2 monkeys, an elk, and a squirrel.
I think right now I have up to 3 or 4 cats in my village.
Oh, wow.
I've got Cat. I've got Kiki, who looks like the Kiki's delivery service cat.
Yeah.
And and tomorrow, Bob is moving in, the OG.
I don't know, Bob.
He's the like in the game's code. He's like Villager 001.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's like one of the original designed Animal Crossing villagers. He's a purple cat with like yellow eyes and a red sweater.
No shit.
Yeah, he's dope as hell. We could pop a picture on probably.
Yeah, it's a fun little, silly little experience that I'm just enjoying way more than I thought I would.
What's your? We'll talk more about it later. But like, what's your favorite thing to do?
Nothing. Just kind of get on and
That's fair.
get my stuff, and then go fishing a little bit. Or I don't even like talking to my villagers. It's just like, all right, let me go see how much. Like turnips, I bought 40 turnips for like 90 something each. I spent like 38,000. And if I do it correctly, I'll make a stupid amount of money and be able to pay either all of my loan off or a nice chunk of it.
I haven't really been investing in the stock market.
Oh, that's all I needed to hear was stock market. I was like, all right, I'm in. Like, I'm fucking. This is like legal gambling. The stock market.
I like that they say it like a turnip stalk.
Yeah.
I think that's so cute. How they
And
do
that's
that.
probably one of my favorite. All of my favorite people or animals in Animal Crossing are animals that I can't have in my town. Like well, not that I can't have in my town, but they're not like villagers. Like I love Blathers.
Blathers is pretty cool.
I love Daisy May. She's incredibly cute.
I love Flick.
I haven't seen Flick yet.
Flick is the bug catcher. You could sell bugs to Flick for 1.5 times profit.
Really?
So, like, if something you sell to the Nooklings for 1,000, you can sell it to Flick for 1,500. Meaning, the tarantulas, which sell for $8,000 a pop, become $12,000 a pop.
Holy shit!
And I had at one point this giant plot of land on my a village that was dedicated just to storing my tarantulas in boxes. Because I'd make tarantula islands and catch as many as I can a couple nights in a row.
Yeah.
And then I would wait. I would wait for Flick.
No
Flick
shit.
is the reason that I was able to pay off the third upgrade to my house, which was like $400,000. I did it in one night.
Wow. Yeah, it's just,
It's so enjoyable.
So, to get into today's lore, this is lore that kind of bothers me a little bit after I read it. Because from the way the game makes it seem, the Flatwoods monster existed to begin with within the universe, and they had accounts of it because there is magazines and there are posters and shit that show the Flatwoods monster exactly as you see it in game. So it's something that I don't understand. Like I don't understand a lot of the Vault Boy commercial things, like the animated commercials, because they acknowledge the existence of of a wasteland where if these are being made pre-war, how would they know what Yao Guai would look like or super mutants?
Yeah, I think it's mostly meant for like promotional material.
No, absolutely, but if you're gonna pass them off as this came out in universe, like there's gonna be a picture on screen that says like the Flatwoods Encounter, and this might just be like, yeah, this is supposed to be because it says photographed in color by Atomicolor. That's actually really fucking cool. But like it looks like it's supposed to be in world, like this already. What the fuck? Why does this work like that? That it already had happened. So where's the other picture I was just looking at? Where'd it go? There it is. So there's another one that says "Who Goes There?" Right? The Strange Encounters in Flatwoods by Stephen H. Patterson, and it's quite obviously supposed to be, because it says Tales from the West Virginia Hills. It's supposed to be like a magazine. Like it looks like almost like what were those two boys that always ran together, those books?
The Hardy Boys?
The Hardy Boys. It kind of looks like a Hardy Boys cover, like it's painted and shit. But the Flatwoods monster on it is exactly like it is in game. So this is obviously because of the wear and tear of the book. This is something that was made pre-war. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it's a little bit confusing.
So why does it look like this? Did they know about it already? Was it something that was being written about? Which I know just mean kind of nitpicking, but at the same time, like if you really sit back and think about it, that doesn't make sense. So
it's like, yeah. Like Mothman, it kind of makes sense. Because the Mothman statue doesn't look anything like the Mothman creature in the game.
Yeah, exactly. So if they would have kept all of the I don't know what any of the promotional Mothman shit looks like, but if any of the promotional Mothman shit looks like him in the game, then it's like what canon are we going with? Because does he look like the statue or does he look like whatever? In pre-war West Virginia, near the town of Flatwoods, many claim to see a dark, mysterious figure with glowing eyes. A Flatwoods monster reportedly took Colton Pickens into a spaceship and performed experiments on him. However, that account was disbelieved by the responding police forces. Now, a little bit on Colton Pickens.
That sounds like a fake name.
It does, right?
Yeah.
I get all my lore off fallout.fandom.com. Colton Pickens was a hot dog vendor in Appalachia before the Great War. One night, Colton Pickens was found by the local police standing on the roof of his shack naked and yelling incoherently.
Pickens was restrained by 4 deputies and was found to be high and to have a high blood alcohol level. After Pickens regained his senses to testify to Deputy D.B. Walton that he last remembered taking out the trash behind Hill Folk hot dogs when he saw the Flatwoods Monster, which told him to follow him into a spaceship. Pickens claimed that the experiment on him made him drunk. Pickens' account were disbelieved by Walton, who had then had him arrested for drunk and disorderly conduct and indecent exposure. Today on the fucking Twilight Zone.
That entire thing made me smile so much. I'm just sitting here with a grin on my face. That entire story, I'm not sure if it's based on like the actual Flatwoods Monster like cryptid myth, but it's just so funny to me.
Yeah, it's just like... Hold on. Let me just read you the biology of this man, of the Flatwoods
Awesome.
Monster. The Flatwoods Monster is a humanoid creature of seemingly extraterrestrial origin. There we go. A Flatwoods Monster head is encased in a purple space helmet, which obscures its face to save for its glowing white eyes. The rest of its body is sealed in a protective suit with an armored breathing apparatus and large spade-shaped frills on its back. Flatwood monsters have no visible legs. The suit instead terminating to a bullet shape. Really, that's the word we're using?
I guess.
Are you reading this too with me or no?
No, I'm not. I was letting you read it to me this time.
Fucking weird word to use. The suit instead tapers to a bullet-shaped point at the bottom, with what appears to be small hover jets around the waist. According to the creature, to float above the ground, the Flatwoods Monster's long arms are tipped with large three-finger hands clad in large black gloves. Beneath the Flatwoods Monster's hard metal shell is an alien. However, it is difficult to tell because of the suit and helmet obscuring the alien's features. Encountering a glitched Flatwoods Monster or zooming in on one in photo mode will allow you to see beneath the suit. A cleaner look from its NIF file also reveals that the extraterrestrial monster is deformed with very small legs inside the suit. Huh. So they probably just shrank the model's legs.
Probably.
Some gameplay attributes for him. This is the thing that, like, I always shy away from doing the 76 cryptids, because there's the cryptid lore, and then there's kind of like how they are in game, and then it's just kind of like how they interact. So, like, the Flatwoods Monster can be encountered in a random encounter in which, if approached or shot at, it will suddenly disappear along with a flash of light. Or, if it is a hostile variant, it will engage the player character using teleportation to move around. It is possible for one to spawn alongside the Mothman. During combat, the Flatwoods Monster will teleport around. It regenerates lost health when nearly dead multiple times, and it can also take control of other creatures and robots around it and use them to defend itself.
This thing looks really cool. I've never seen it in game.
Neither have I. Indicated by the purple glow around the creature and, oh wow, that it's under control. The Tales of West Virginia Hills magazine, issue 5, will provide 15% damage against the Flatwoods Monster. At the White Springs Resort, the White Springs robots will not attack the Flatwoods Monster if it appears. The Flatwoods Monster will only attack the player character. This can occur during a White Spring assault random encounter, along with regular assaults of randomized enemies that will attack the robots. The player character must fend off 2 different types of enemies at once, including the Flatwoods Monster, as opposed by the one type of hostile enemy in the White Springs detail security system. Then there's a bunch of different variants of it. There's the Flatwood Monster itself, the fabled Flatwoods Monster, the mythical Flatwoods Monster. Of course, John, course. Why is the fucking mobile version of this website so awful? There's like...
Usually whenever I do my lore, I put it on a sticky note on my desktop, so it looks like I'm just looking at the camera.
No, I mean, this is like the one time I didn't have time to write it down.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, you know what, I'll just, what's one time And the mobile version of this website is just horrendous. There has to be more
Yeah.
than 3. I'm sorry, I love fucking fandom, fallout.fandom.com. But, like...
Almost as much as we like Shane Ivers, but we haven't gotten to him yet.
but, like, I just can't fucking deal with this shit. Like, I hate this layout.
You know what I hate is that if you're scrolling and then there's like a break, it cuts the page for an ad, and then you gotta keep scrolling.
Or if you have
hate
your
that.
phone slightly tilted to one way, it fucking shifts it into portrait mode or the other mode, whatever the other way is, and then when you go back, it puts you to the top of the page.
Ugh, I know.
So you can find... So there's probably more, but because of the website layout... I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not blaming the website. It's my fault. I didn't have enough time to do it, but whatever. A Flatwoods monster can be encountered near Abby's bunker. These are all the places you can find them. Across the river from Dryer Chemical. Outside the converted munitions factory, southeast of Spruce Knob Channels, on a cliffside. The woods west of Wilson Brothers Auto Repair, near the top of the world, near Johnson's Acre, near Southampton Estate, on the northwest side of Skytop Ski Lanes. It has a chance to spawn west of RNG Station, a chance to spawn at the southwest point near the lower southwest or eastern guarded checkpoint of the White Springs Resort, near Twin Lakes, near Kerwood Mine, between the mine and the Ranger's District Office, and can possibly appear within the mire at 3 randomized locations during the Queen of the Hunt daily quest. So the Flatwoods monster, this is a little note on him, his controlling ability affects every non-player character entity in the game, including the Scorcher Beast Queen and the Mothman.
Jeez.
And can even take over the player's own camp turrets. Yeah, that's about him. Behind the scenes, the Flatwoods monster is based on the West Virginia folklore. The Flatwoods monster was encountered by Fred and Edward May and their friend Tommy Hayer, who claimed to have encountered an alien creature after investigating a mysterious light that flew across the sky and appeared to have landed in the woods. The hovering monster was described as being 10 feet tall, with a green body, clawed hands, and had a red face, glowing yellow eyes, and a head shaped like an ace of spades. There is one alien account, I think I've talked about it before, from, I want to say, the 60s. And it came from an interracial couple, and this is, I'm only bringing this up because I have to make a point with it later, that they were both separated, and they were like, what happened? And they gave the same exact story, the two of them.
Really?
Yeah. And they were like, we were abducted by aliens, and they're like, no, you're crazy, and they're like, no, and they told the same exact story, and everything about it, I forget if it's one guy or if the husband or the wife or something was more coherent about what had happened, but it is the most, like, I think it was before not everybody, it was before, like, oh, green men and fucking shoving things up their ass. Like, it was before that. Like, before
It
that
was like
became...
an actual like supernatural account.
Yeah, I mean, as close as you can get.
Without media clouding it all.
Yeah. And I was listening to something about it. This was a long time ago. And the guy goes, and I think the cherry on top is the fact that it was like the 50s or 60s and they were an interracial couple. It was the 50s or the 60s. Why would you want to bring any more attention to yourself, especially with your spouse, who is of a different race than you are, during the 50s or the 60s?
In a time where racism is, like, at one of its highest points in America.
Yeah. Like, it was the meta. Like, should I say what I'm saying?
Hold on, can you repeat that?
Yeah, you heard me. Like,
What's the current meta?
the current meta, to be offended by everything? To virtue signal? But, like...
That's a low-hanging fruit.
I mean, I know it is, but did you see the thing recently that there was someone trying to interview the president, and they were just like, we heard that someone might have used the term Kung Flu who's in your cabinet. And it's like, you can ask me any question you want. I'm like, you could ask the president any question you want about the virus, and what you want to go to instantly is maybe some subtle racism that's not even That's more funny than anything. Come on. People are, not just Americans, people are dying at an alarming rate right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what you want to talk about. We can worry about that when we have something to take care of this. But no, it was just like, why would you want to bring more attention to your, like, that's just going to get you, and this was the 50s. If you fell and you were a guy and you skipped, you got beat up for fucking gay. You know what I mean? Like, this was a time of just men didn't cry.
This was the age of not white, not right.
Yeah, yeah. So it was just one of those things, like, why would you lie about this? And it's just, like I said, they separated them, and it was both two things. Two different things that had, what do you call it? These people were separated, and they both gave the same story.
Like an uncanny account.
Yeah, like, the only thing that was different was maybe a couple words. But it was the same story. It was like, we did this, we did that happened, we spoke, and then this happened. And then I think she said, the woman in it said that she was impregnated or something with something, like, inside of her, that she understood something was now inside of her because of what had happened. And they had told her that she'd be back, or they'd be back for her, or something. I don't remember. I do not remember. But if you're into aliens, look that shit up, because that shit's fucking fascinating.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. Do you know what the story is, like, actually called?
No, I think their name is, like, Ed and... I want to say Ed and Mary, but I just read Ed and May before, so I doubt it.
Because, like, you know how, like, the Roswell incident is, like, has, like, a special name?
Does it?
Yeah, like, the Roswell incident.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't consider that a special name. I would just consider that what happened.
Yeah, but, like... It's a way to refer to it, where this is kind of just like some kind of weird alien encounter.
I guess. I mean, when I say the debacle of 95, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep, I know what you're talking about.
So, like, but we don't have to say what it is, but, like, when you say, I don't know, I think Roswell incident is, like, I don't know. That's the Flatwoods Monster. He's
cool.
An alien. Yeah. That's about it on him.
Cool. So back to the Animal Crossing podcast.
Sure.
Dude, it's so good. It's so
You
good,
wanna
dude.
tell me
I
more
don't
about
even...
it?
I don't know even what to say. I mean, I'd love to show off my village, but I don't have a capture card for my Switch.
I see.
I mean, I could technically hold it up to the camera, but that sounds like the worst thing I could ever do.
Yeah.
And also, this is an audio medium.
Yes.
So, there's that.
I have the perfect little spot for my house.
Really?
Yeah. My house is, like, it's next to, like, a little lake, like a little pond, and the main river stream thing that runs through is right there. And it's just really tranquil that I can leave my house in the morning, catch a couple fish, go find my fossils, go to Blathers, sell my shit. I've like, don't like that not that I shouldn't say I don't like. I just, like, I never thought I would like this game.
Mm-hmm. Like, you're pleasantly surprised with yourself?
Yeah. It's, like, don't get me wrong, it's not fine art. It's Daily Quest, the game. And
it has
building.
room for improvement.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I'm having like way too much fun trying to build out my house. Like, I have my room, my bigger room, and then I have a second room, and I want to either turn that second room into a kitchen or a bathroom, but I'm thinking, see, I wish I could build walls within my house.
Yeah. Do you have the left room and the back room?
No, I have the back room.
You have the back room? All right, I've got the back room and the left room right now.
Can you not get an upstairs and a downstairs?
You can. I just haven't upgraded that far yet.
I see.
Mostly
Yeah.
because my current mortgage is like 580 with 3 more zeros. 580,000. That's how you say numbers.
No, I feel you. Because what I'm thinking about doing is having my main, like, when you first walk in, as a living room, like, just like an average living room, and then having a kitchen, and then to, like, in the back of the house is a kitchen. Maybe the left room will be a bathroom, and then having my upstairs be my bedroom, and then having my downstairs be a man cave.
I'm not sure what I want to do with my basement yet. I'm thinking of doing like an art project in the basement. Like, have you seen the things on Twitter of like people creating like these crazy scenes and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to do something kind of like cool, or maybe make like a wine cellar.
Ooh.
That'd be kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, in my kind of main room, it's kind of like a miscellaneous space where like the left part of it is like a living room, and the right part of it is like a tailory station where I've got like a sewing station, and I have like some of my like shirts on the walls and like hats on racks and stuff.
Cool.
And it's just like it looks really cool. I think I also have a treadmill there because Coach gave it to me.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
I made Chris Chan's shirt.
I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
I wonder if Chris Chan is playing Animal Crossing.
I wouldn't doubt it. Chris Chan is the first Let's Player of all time. And the first Let's Play they ever did was with Animal Crossing on GameCube. So I would not be surprised.
Would not be surprised. Stop it.
Oh God! I was walking around. I'm waiting for a villager to show up with the name Ivy, so I can just go hi Ivy every time. I can't wait.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite villager right now?
Eric the Elk.
Eric the Elk.
Yeah, he's all right.
Right now, my favorite villager that I have, it's probably either Bob or Cat. My favorite villager, like, at large, out in the world, it's gotta be Marshall, yo.
Marshall.
Marshall's cool as hell. He's
Marshall.
He's a gray cat with like these big rimmed glasses and wears like a vest.
Is he the one with the two different colored eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Why is everyone going nuts about him?
I don't know. I don't know why people are going nuts about him, but I like him. I think he's really adorable.
One of the best people that have come to my town that I can't keep in my town, I was really upset about, is Harvey. He's
the
stoner
photo
dog.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, "What were we talking about?" Hold on a sec. I got you. I was like, "Oh my God, stay here. I'll get rid of
Have
my
you been
fucking
to
pop star
Have
monkey."
you been to Harvey's Island?
No.
If you go to the airport, you can travel to Harvey's Island, and he has a photo studio there that you can use.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And if you have any amiibos, you can like summon those characters into the photo studio.
No
it's
way.
cool. Mm-hmm.
I got a couple ambios. Huh.
Dude, I'm having so much fun. I have had such a hard time with clay. I need so much clay.
What do you need clay for?
Because all of my fences, I'm doing brick walls. And it looks real nice, but also, I only get like 4 to 6 clay a day. And to make a set of walls is 6 clay. So I can only like put up a couple walls a
Holy
day,
shit.
and I'm going nuts.
Sorry, that was a yawn.
No, it's okay. I was just thinking about the amount of clay that I need to finish my village. I wish I could buy resources.
Yeah, I'm surprised you can't. Honestly.
Or like if there was like a traveling merchant that had just like raw resources you can buy. Because like how many times have you just like needed to reach for some hardwood and you didn't have any?
Oh, no, I always have. I have an
Iron.
abundance of hardwood. I have an abundance of softwood. I can never find regular wood.
Mm-hmm. What I usually do is when I go to the travel ticket islands, I just cut down all the trees before I leave. I basically just loot the entire island for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I leave with like, you know, like 20 tarantulas and then a couple of resources.
Do to the island what humans have done to the planet.
Destroy
Yep.
till it's unrecognizable.
Yep.
And summon giant bugs.
Yep.
I love hunting tarantulas. I think it's so fun. Because they give you a run for your money, don't they?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I was on a tarantula island, and I didn't know that if you sell things to Timmy and Tommy in the little box, that you only get 80%. So I sold 17 of them, and it was really like selling like 13 of them because I lost all that money.
Oh.
Also, How come the little fucking baby raccoon can stay up all night in a goddamn tent, but he opens his own store and he has to go to bed by fucking 9 o'clock?
He has to go to bed by 10 o'clock.
Whatever. There's 2 of them. Have one work one shift, the other work the other.
Listen, they need their beauty sleep.
No, fuck them. Fuck those little baby raccoons.
We'll just throw shit in the box after hours.
I can't.
I just throw everything in the box because it's convenient.
I think Nintendo did what they always do with this game. And they improved so many little things, but then just totally forgot about everything else. Because
Like what?
there's no reason why when I go into my house and I use my crafting bench... Like,
Yes!
I thought this was just going to happen
Oh.
because of the way games are made now. But because Nintendo has to be fucking 5 years late to every party... I was just like, oh, I can't access all of my inventory from my storage that's directly connected to my house. I can't do that.
That's the number one complaint that basically anyone has about the game.
Yeah.
That's my only personal issue. Is that. That's my only issue.
That and how come I gotta see every time I catch a fish, I gotta say, oh, it's a loach. I must something with reproach. Like, all right, I get it. I've caught.
I kind of
19
like the
of
fish
these.
puns.
Not it's like I like it the first time, but if I'm catching 49 sea bass,
It's
in
a sea
row-
bass. Nah, I'd say it's at least a C+.
Yeah, like I saw on Twitter, it was like retweet to scare an Animal Crossing fan, and it was just a picture of a C plus. like I've caught my inventory is full of them. Please just let me be. Like, let me go away, and I don't need to see this C plus bullshit again. Like, this is not a game with a story, so I'm not there to
Yeah.
like. Don't get me wrong. There should be an option to turn them on and off, like have it on for the first time, because I can turn on my map whenever I want, or if I stand still, it shows up. That's not a feature that I
Yeah.
thought would be in the game, but I can't turn off my. Oh, you caught another butterfly.
Your fish puns, yeah.
Like, oh, you caught a yellow butterfly. Sometimes they flutter by. Like, I don't need to know that every time. Just let me go, and then maybe like hold it up and put it in my pocket.
Yeah, there's room for some small improvements, but they also kept very close to the classic Animal Crossing kind of formula. Mostly because the fan base of Animal Crossing has very traditionally been like generational. Like if you played the first Animal Crossing, you got the second one, third one, fourth one, so have you. It's not really been a viral game like this one has been.
Yeah.
And I hate using the word viral, but like you know what I mean, right? Where this one has had a really large appeal, where normally it was kind of meant to cater to its fans, and that all these kind of small issues are kind of a result to sticking to like not changing what isn't broke.
Yeah.
But I think there's definitely room for free updates, improvements, events that I think down the line definitely could be fixed. And I wouldn't even consider these issues. They're just kind of like quality of life aspects I'd like to see.
I don't know, man. I think at this point in time, like, I don't have a huge inventory, like, and not everything stacks. Like, fish not stacking, I think, is a little ridiculous. Like, I think fish should stack at least up to 5.
Yeah, that would be pretty convenient.
Like, it's just little things. It's Nintendo doing what Nintendo always does. Hey, we have a really great idea, but we're not going to do what everyone else does out of wanting to be a contrarian. So
I
just not
wouldn't
gonna
even
do it.
say that. I would say it's more from a place of keeping, being too traditional. Maybe not pushing the boundary enough.
Yeah.
But this is by no means, like, hating on the game, because I absolutely adore it. It's one of my favorite games right now. And I think I will probably play this game until my Switch battery explodes.
Sorry, big yawn. Yeah. I like that as long as I'm playing my Switch. Like, I bought Smash and this, like, in the same week.
That's a big investment.
Yeah, I know. And, well, I can't do anything. All I do is I go to work and I come home.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Except when I go to work, I move from my bed to my desk chair.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, okay, here's my few days off. I get to go to Walmart and walk or oh, we got to talk about that real quick.
What, Walmart?
I just
What
want to
happened
talk
at
about.
Walmart?
I know you don't want to talk about the end of the world that much because we've been talking about it nonstop. But can we just talk about something real quick?
Sure. Before
Every
we transition to this,
Yeah.
we're at 40 minutes.
All right. Every time I go out, Every time I go out and I just see mass rows of panic, all I can picture is BFG Division. Like, all I hear is just... That's all I hear.
That was probably the worst sound I've ever heard.
I know, I'm sorry, but I can edit that, don't worry.
Okay.
But that's all I hear. Like, I just watch these people panic, and I see the look in their eyes of we're all gonna die, and just, like, despair and fucking hopelessness, and all I hear is fucking Mick Gordon taking a chainsaw and making it sound like a guitar. Like...
Mick Gordon's a genius.
He's the fucking man. Like,
I can't wait to buy Doom Eternal. I've been kind of waiting because I bought Animal Crossing in the same day.
Yeah.
When I'm probably going to buy it in the summer when I'm getting a little bit more hours with work.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna buy it when it gets cheaper.
Yeah, I'm super excited for Doom Eternal. I thought the trailers looked good. The reviews have been really good. And the community around it's really wholesome, actually.
Really?
Where we're seeing a rise of... I stumbled over my words.
You're good. I believe in you.
As we're seeing kind of a rise in the Animal Crossing community and kind of feelings of inadequacy of like, oh, my village isn't as cool as their village. The Doom community has gotten very open and like has been welcoming new people and saying, hey, take your time. You don't have to start on hardcore. You can start on easy and work your way up. Really, really savor this experience. And if you need help with Easter eggs, we got a thread for that.
Holy shit.
It's been really, really nice. Yeah. I actually retweeted a picture recently that was like my expectations with Doom, and it had like, oh, don't worry, or the expectations were like Hellfire, and then it says reality. It says, oh, don't worry, take your time, and then expectations with Animal Crossing, and it was like, I just found a fish, and then reality was, your village is terrible. It was really funny. Follow me on Twitter. I've got some hot content. Especially because I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing.
I wanted to tweet something the other day that I thought was so fucking funny, but I was like, I don't know how that's going to be taken. Mm-hmm. It was, bitch got a pussy like Bubble Buddy.
Like from SpongeBob? Is it poppin'?
No, like, think about what Bubble Buddy's legs look like next to each other.
Yeah.
But I got some heat. I'm not watching this fucking tiger show thing because white people once again have ruined it for everyone.
What is it? I haven't really heard about it.
Oh my god, I can't stop fucking hearing about it. This meth addict owned a bunch of tigers, and then some woman fed her husband to a tiger, and they're all like, fuck this woman, Carol. Like, it's white people doing what white people do and ruin it for every... Like, I'll watch it when it's not cool anymore because I just don't feel like getting in... I don't feel like... And this is me saying this during a quarantine. I don't feel like running into someone who's like, hey, have you seen the Tiger Show? And just being like, yeah, what's your favorite? Like, I just don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, so...
It was kind of like when Bird Box came out. I still haven't seen it because people wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah. But you know what? That's another thing where... I shouldn't say it's just so much white people. It's mostly white boomers. But it's like... It's like white boomers are like, oh my god, have you heard of this Bird Box? And it's like, all right, stop. It's not even that scary. It's just... It's a fucking weird... There's one part of that movie that reminded me of The Thing, and that's my favorite horror movie of all time. And I was like, that's the level of creepy The Thing can get to. But, like, The Thing amplifies it. That whole... Because to me, what's scary isn't a slasher, isn't, like, a man with a gun. It's not knowing. It's that fear of, like, what's happening. I have no control over my situation. That's fucking scary to me. Like, everything's calm, but you're still on edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen The Thing? The 80s Thing?
I have not.
Okay, so there's a scene where they're, like, standing around, and I don't want to ruin anything, but they're, like, testing a process out in The Thing, and it's the most tense scene ever. And it's so good. But, yeah, I go out in public, and all I can hear is BFG Division. Like, it's all I picture. I just picture... And then, like, I went to a grocery store, and it's a chain grocery store, but it's...
like an Aldi or something?
No. It's like a... I don't want to say it, because it's like a PA exclusive.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It's not far from Aldi's.
Yeah.
And, like, I walk in, and all I hear is, thank you for shopping at today. We are trying our best to make sure that the shelves are stocked, but just know that we have plenty of merchandise for everybody, and we thank you for your your patience and cooperation. Ding! And then it, like, goes back to whatever elevator music they were playing. And I'm walking through the store going, all I picture are half of the lights don't work anymore, and the ones that do are flickering. Things have been thrown off the shelves. There is chaos that is stopped in time, as you can smell the decay of rotting flesh from the freezers that are no longer working, and there's a faint, musky, almost sour smell in the air as you can see that mold is growing not only on the remaining food and bread, but on the bodies that have been thrown across to the other aisles. And as the quiet kind of comes and goes with your footsteps, you occasionally will hear, "Thank you for shopping it today. Just so you know, we're trying our best to make sure that," like, that same exact message, as you just see things toppled over, and as time has sat still, and 50 years have gone by, and it's like I'm walking through it going, I'm in the Super Duper Mart. Like, I instantly was put there. I'm just walking around going like, this is it. This is the end times. Like, there's just nothing. Like, there's nothing else that I felt more comfortable in than right now. And I think it's a little weird that everybody's freaking out, and I go out in public, and I'm, like, smiling. Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh.
that's a little strange.
I'm like, it's the end of the world, everybody. Like, let's have some fucking fun out here. And, like, everyone's like, my family can't eat. I'm like, well, you should have bought bread and canned food and not fucking toilet paper. I don't know. The end of the world is a fun time. Fun fucking time for me. I spoke
not a fun time for me.
I spoke to a man the other day. I was at work. And he comes into where I work, and I'm looking at him, and I'm going, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, do you ever just look at someone and you're like, why is something about them? Like, you can't put your finger on it, but you're like, why are they, like, off? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I'm looking at him.
I go to a tech school. I know what you mean.
So I'm looking at him, and I'm going, what the fuck is wrong? Not wrong, but what is up with you? What is different about you that makes you stand out from everybody else? And I'm looking at his face, and he was like, maybe in his late 30s, early 40s, salt and pepper hair, stubble beard, and I'm going, what the fuck is different about you that makes you stand out? And he gets over to me, and I go, hey, did you just land? And, like, before I even realized it, before my brain could process it, I realized he was in a flight suit. And I go, did you just land? And then he goes, yeah. He goes, he's like, not in the parking lot. He's like, we landed, and then we took an ambulance over here. And I realized that he's got a medical patch on him, and he's telling me that he's a helicopter pilot, right? Mm-hmm. So he's telling me about how he's flying people in and out, and he's telling me, he's like, yeah, I just flew a kid in from Philadelphia who had COVID. Or no, he goes, we can't even fly them. He goes, if we fly them in the helicopter, because of the blade pushing force downward, it spreads the virus over a larger area. So what we have to do is we have to put him in an ambulance. But before I could even get in the ambulance with the kid, he goes, what I have to do is I get completely naked. He goes, new underwear, new socks, new shoes, new pants, new shirt, new fucking hazmat suit, new mask, new gloves, new everything. He goes, I have to get completely redressed for the day. And then I hop in the ambulance with this guy, and because we can't take him in a helicopter, we drive him to I forget what hospital, because I would tell you just so you would know, just out of curiosity, but I can't remember the one. It was something local. He goes, we took him. And then once we get him to the hospital, he's like quarantined, like almost in like a bubble type structure thing. And he is brought to a certain section of the hospital that is just for the Rona. And he goes,
just scary.
He goes, from there, it wasn't scary. And I'll tell you why. He goes, from there, what we do is we let all of the doors open on the ambulance for an hour to let it breathe. Then We all get back in the ambulance and scrub it down. And then, when it's scrubbed down, we leave the doors open for another 2 hours. And only then, after 5-6 hours of the ambulance being out of commission, can we use the ambulance again.
Jeez.
Yeah. Then I'm sitting there and I'm talking to this guy and I'm fucking enthralled. Like, this is me talking to like a Marine. You know what I mean? No, this is me talking to, like, imagine if you could go back to World War II and someone from the war came home and you could just talk to them. Like, this is what it felt like to me. Like, I was like, I am talking to someone on the front line right now of the fact that we currently are living in a future history lesson. Like, this is... Like,
It's
this
the
is...
front line. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, holy shit, like, I'm talking to this dude. And I said, what do they look like? Because the way you hear about it on the news, it makes them seem like they're zombies. Oh, hold on. Before any of that happened, he was telling me that he's a helicopter pilot, and he was telling me how dead the roads are. And I go, have you ever seen a movie from, like, the 70s? I want to say 71 with Charlton Heston. And I go, and as I'm saying it, he fucking says it with me.
The Omega Man?
He goes, the Omega Man? I go, yeah! And I got, like, excited because, like, as I'm talking to him, I realize I'm talking to, like, a Robert Neville. Like, I know I'm not talking to the Robert Neville. But, like, I'm talking to a medical man who flies a helicopter. And in that movie...
He was a medical man.
Who flew a helicopter or was in the helicopter in a crash. You know what I mean? And he's like, they had the eyes? I go, in the cloaks? They had the cloaks? And he's like, yeah. And he fucking knew about it. So I knew that he understood me on some level of, like, my enthusiasm, because I remember saying to him that I wanted to just drive to Manhattan just to drive around because it's empty. But then when I'm talking to him, I go, what do they look like? Do they look like the fucking people from the Omega Man? He goes, no, they just look like they have a cold. And then he asked me, he goes, how old are you? I go, 23. He goes, you're fine. He goes, do not worry. He goes, what's your blood type? I said, I don't know. He goes, if you have type A, you're more at risk. If you have type O, you're fine. There's something about the way the body makes its proteins with type O blood that it...
You're less susceptible?
Yeah, but if you have type A, you are more susceptible. But as long as you're young and you wash your hands...
And practice social distancing and self-isolation.
You're fine. He's like, you have really nothing to worry about. It's people that are like 60 and over that you have to worry about. And the people that are...
At the same time, there are people our age that do have to worry about it. People with, like, lung deficiencies, people that have a history of poor immune system. So
then
it's
just don't
definitely
go out.
Yeah, it's definitely important for us to still take it seriously, because if we come into contact with those people, we could potentially spread it.
Yeah. But
so it's definitely really important to kind of get with the program and stay safe.
yeah, absolutely. But I'm just saying that, like, as long as you wash your hands and you stay about the age that you are now for the time being, he pretty much said that I was fine. So if you're my age, like, I'm still considered essential. So I'm going to work, which part of it kind of sucks because I'm like, oh, I wish I could be home so I can, like, work on some things. Maybe I would actually be able to make some fucking music and be able to write fucking another Nuclear Family. But also, like, it's nice that I'm working. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's nice that
at least you're bringing in some money.
Yeah, and I have, like, a sense of normalcy.
I'm still working, but I'm working digitally because most of the work I've been doing has been digital anyway. But I would just, like, do it in the office with the rest of the folks I was working with.
Yeah. So you still, like...
It's not as bad of a transition. What's really killing me is my classes.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not the kind of person that... I purposely do not sign up for online classes because I know I can't handle them. I need to be in a lab or in a classroom, and I need to be there and focus and get it. Like, I'm in an ASL class this semester that I'm most certainly going to fail because I can't keep up with signs over digital communication like Zoom because the servers are overloaded. The quality is not there.
Yeah.
Yep. So I just straight up, like, I haven't been going. I haven't been signing in to the class sessions because I am not going to waste my time. I know I'm going to fail the class. I'll retake it when I can take it in person. And that's just kind of that. Like, I'm not giving up or anything. I'm just, this isn't
See,
what I
that's
signed up
fucked
for.
up. They should give you a break because of this.
Oh, they are.
They
My
should be like, "The world's on
university,
fire."
instated a pass-fail policy that you can opt into. So basically, at the end of the semester, the teacher can say, "Yeah, you did good enough," and
Really?
you either pass or fail.
So it
And
comes out of a
regardless,
popularity contest, pretty much.
no, not really.
I mean, it's more, probably popularity contest is the wrong wording. A likability test.
No, you have to still do your work.
All right.
But the thing that goes along with the pass-fail is that if you fail, it doesn't count towards your GPA, so you don't tank your grade point average, which is the only thing that employers really look at in terms of, like, how well did you do in school? Do you have the piece of paper? Do you have the number? Great.
Really?
Yeah, you have to prove that you have the skills. That's the most important part, at least in my industry. The other thing is, if you pass on the pass-fail grading scale, you get to keep the credits. It won't affect my GPA, but I still get to keep the class credits.
Wait, if you fail, you keep the credit?
No, if I pass, I keep the credit.
Oh.
If I fail, I'll have to retake the class, but it's not going to tank my GPA.
I see.
So I'm probably going to do that because I know I'm not going to do well in this this online course. The other 3 courses that I'm in, I'm doing well enough that I'm going to end up passing, but I'm struggling. I'm having a lot of trouble with it. And I'm still doing work, so
Yeah.
I know that my situation is not unique and I might just be bitching on the internet, but, like, it's been stressful, and I know that a lot of people can relate to this, and I'm just here to say that, hey, tough it out. It's gonna suck for a little bit, but hopefully we can resolve a lot of these issues in time, and just really get to the bottom. The most important thing on everyone's minds is staying safe, staying healthy, and staying alive.
Yes. I don't know. I'm just not really worried. I'm not.
I know you're not worried, but I also am living in the state with the highest amount of cases,
Yeah.
so I kind of have to worry about it.
Yeah. No, I
Like,
feel you.
my county's cases are growing by the day.
Oh, really?
I think doubling by the day, if I'm not mistaken.
Not bad.
Yeah, I can check real
Just
quick.
stay home.
Oh, I haven't left the house in days. I'm going goddamn nuts.
Yeah, just stay home and order Chinese food.
I've actually been doing a lot of cooking with my roommate, and it's been really good.
Cool. Yeah, I think sometime this week I'm gonna take my. Okay, I just want to just say something while we're here. I just want to
Sure.
say how fucking wild of a time this is. Me, being the big ass dude that I am, went to Aldi's in a fucking fitted baseball hat, right?
Mm-hmm.
A face mask, sunglasses, and my shoulder bag, right? My purse.
Very Book of Eli of you.
Yeah, in a black hoodie. Like, and I put sunglasses on just because I wanted to be like, yeah. And nobody fucking looked at me weird. I was like, I could rob this store right now.
Yeah.
Like, nobody would know. I could grab all of my groceries and be like, now empty the drawer out, and then fucking run out and like it's fucking wild. It's fucking wild. It's fucking wild.
So, someone might recall, I think it was 2 weeks ago when we talked about the virus for the first time, that I said that there were 2 cases in my county.
Mm-hmm.
There are now 359. It has been
Wow.
It has been 2 weeks. By tomorrow, it will be probably over 450.
Damn. Yeah.
So stay safe out there, guys. I know someone who is staying safe though. His name is Shane Ivers. If you want to get his music, it is Feather Duster. It is our intro music. You can get that at www.silvermansounds.com/free music/featherduster. Vince, do you have anything else to say?
If you'd like to follow us on any sort of social media, there's links to our socials in the description below. Our Twitter, My Twitter, all Twitter, show's Twitter. You can also follow us on Discord. I've been spending a lot of time in Discord lately. It seems to be like a nightly thing that we all kind of meet up and voice chat and hang out for a little bit.
Chillax.
Yeah, just kind of hang out. My days off. I'll just play Smash, and you'll hear everyone be like, "Can you stop fucking clicking your buttons?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm maining Rob," and it's just a fun fucking time. Everyone was talking about this tiger thing. Jump in. There's a link in the description below. If you're listening to us on YouTube, thank you. Make sure you thumbs us up and subscribe and leave a little comment saying what you like and what you don't like and whatnot. We're available everywhere podcasts are available to be downloaded. And if you like the show, we'd really, 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 really appreciate it if you could support us in any way. It's not mandatory, but if you like us, we'd appreciate it. We have a Redbubble where you can throw us a couple bucks by buying a shirt or a duvet or a sticker or a bag or a book or a block or a clock or a shower curtain. What were you going to say?
I'm going to say what I have to say after we're done talking about Redbubble.
Okay. There's also another group of fine folks that we have to thank, and they are from our Patreon. Again, Patreon is not a mandatory thing. It's just for those who want to see the show get bigger and better. There's a bunch of tier stuff. There's a bunch of... If you really want to see the show get bigger and better, there's the Patreon that you can throw us a couple bucks on. There's a couple of tiers there. One of them gets, if you're in a certain tier, you can be on one of the shows that we have here for Atomic Tabletop. It's on a revolving basis. But we have to thank some of the people that have been throwing money our way for quite a while at this point, some of them.
Yeah.
And we just want to say thank you real quick.
So before I express my thanks to our wonderful patrons, I do want to say if anyone out there is having issues financially and you don't want to stick around on our Patreon, there's no hard feelings. Times are tough for everyone. Yeah. So we really appreciate your support, but if you feel like you are no longer able to offer that same level of support, you do not have to feel bad whatsoever.
Yeah, we're just thankful that you even listen, let alone throw us a couple bucks. So
we're going to start by thanking the friendly companion Cube.
Thank you, Cube.
It's good to hear from you, Cube. And then we're also going to thank Noah.
Thank you, Noah.
Next up is Gage.
Thank you, Gage, twice. Gage also supports the Discord with Nitro.
Yes. And also Jordan with a Y.
Jordan with a Y, thank you.
Thanks for coming around, Jordan.
Yeah, thank you. Seriously, don't feel pressured.
Don't feel pressured.
Yeah, I get it. It's hard. The world is kind of in a weird place.
Mm-hmm. The economy.
Dude, let's talk about something. Boomers will come into where I work and they'll be like, "Man, it's crazy out there." I'm like, "Yeah, sure as it goes. The economy is dying." And I'm like, "No, you know what's dying? Fucking people around the world.
People like globally are dying every day.
Who the fuck cares if a billionaire isn't making fucking the same amount of money? He's a fucking billionaire." Mm-hmm. Like, I just saw today, it was like Jay-Z and Rihanna's companies have teamed up to donate $2 million. $2 million fucking what?
That's like pennies on their dollar.
And then it was like Facebook donates $25 million, and someone did the math, and it was like 0.00035% of all of their money. It's like you threw quarters at a poor person. Like,
yeah, it's true. And actually, one company that's doing exceedingly well with their donations, Lego. Lego's has really donated a lot.
$50 million to children affected. So imagine like coming home and being like, "Hey, Buckaroo, heard Mom and Dad got the Rona, but here's the fucking Millennium Falcon." Like, who else? Carhartt. Carhartt is now making masks and gowns. For starting like I think either April 1st or April 2nd, they're making masks and gowns in America for medical professionals, and that makes me wonder: does that mean I can get a Carhartt mask with a little Carhartt patch on it? Because if so, I kind of want it. Yeah.
Man, the capitalism's really getting to you, especially in this time of crisis.
As somebody who like almost exclusively wears Carhartt stuff, like that's my brand.
I have another close friend that wears almost exclusively Carhartt stuff.
Really?
And yeah, she's incredible. She'll probably end up buying one too.
Like, I mean, I doubt they're going to be for sale. They're probably just giving them away. Like, they're probably giving them to medical people. But like, and I doubt that it even says Carhartt on it.
It's probably just like whatever meets the quality safety standards.
Yeah, like it probably doesn't even have like in it. It's just like people need this. Here you go. It doesn't say like
Actually,
Leave America or some shit.
My roommate's mom sent her a care package, and she had hand sewed us and the other roommates masks and like elastic masks for when we go grocery shopping.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really a nice gesture, and
That's really cool.
I'm really thankful because that's just enough. Even if it's not like a perfectly like medical grade mask, having something is better than having nothing.
Yeah, I mean, also you really shouldn't use masks, from what I understand.
Oh yeah.
Masks don't do anything. Also, I heard that it's something that like masks. Masks, it's because it's not airborne. It's like if I have it and I sweat and somehow the sweat gets in your mouth, or if like you and I are talking and I spit in your mouth on accident or something, like
Without calling me daddy.
yeah, like you know what I mean. Like that's why gyms are shut down.
Because of all the sweat. Yeah.
Yeah. So masks, if you're older, maybe because it affects people respiratorily, and like if somebody sneezes, sure, but masks really aren't doing much. And gloves, I heard, aren't really doing all that much either. If anything, it's making it worse.
I mean, at the same time, it's better than nothing.
No, it's making it worse in the sense that people feel like because they have gloves on, they can touch everything, but they're not thinking like, oh, I'll just touch my face and I'll touch this and then I'll touch my phone.
Right. Yeah.
You're just cross-contaminating everything. So I was the biggest proponent for gloves. I've never had softer hands in my life. I also saw Heather. I just want to bring this up. Young Heather. I saw
young
her
Heather.
at Walmart. I met her dad. Very nice guy.
I think we're still doing the outro, aren't we?
Yeah, we're good. Don't worry.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
Just we haven't really spoken in a while.
Yeah. You know what? Can I just pause you real quick?
Sure.
What's going to end up happening is the outro is going to be like, it's just going to keep getting
minutes
close. It's going to be like halfway through the episode that we just bullshit for another half hour. It'll become like an ad break in the middle.
I saw Heather and we were talking and bullshitting and whatnot, and she's doing well, but she's a teacher and she was like, I'm out and I don't know when I'm going back. I don't know what the plan is. I heard that all schools on the East Coast are shut down completely. I don't know if that's true or not. I think we'll be out of this by August.
I definitely hope that we'll be in a much more stable place by August, September for the upcoming school year.
I heard that doctors in New York are starting to test with a new medicine, and apparently it's really, really helping.
Okay.
The one thing that I heard is it has a lot to do with malaria medicine. And there was something I heard today that, like, this is how fucking dumb people who fucking believe everything Trump says. Because there's a section of people that I went to school with that, like, I reinstated my Facebook just to see what people are saying. And people, like, wholeheartedly believe what this fucking man says. And they don't take it with any ounce of
critical thought.
They just like, okay, it's what the president said, that's what we're doing. Like I have a friend who was like retweeted something that said that Trump said everybody should stay inside until the 30th, or shared it on Facebook, and it was genuinely like, what do you mean? I thought we could leave on the 13th. And it was like, no, fucking stay in your home. Like this man does not work for the CDC. This man can fucking barely run a hotel. And what the fuck happened? He got on TV because he's doing like daily press conferences and said something about a medicine that's, I forget how it's said, but there's a koi pond medicine thing like that, like you put in koi ponds that it like the name is so close, but it's like the beginning of it is the same, and then there's like a hyphen and then something else, but like one medicine doesn't have the hyphen and the other one just kind of like ends and then says something else. These people fucking drank koi pond fluid, and they were like, this is what the president said. He said this was gonna cure us. And I heard it on a podcast. The one guy goes, you don't have the fucking cure for the Rona in your house. Like, why the fuck would you think that you have that to begin with? One. And two, why the fuck would you listen to someone who fucking does not know what the fuck they're talking about at any given time?
Do you want to hear something terrifying and crazy?
Absolutely.
So, in my county, there was I think a guy was just arrested or has been like quarantined or something because he had symptoms of coronavirus and his wife was pregnant and started going into labor. He lied about having symptoms so that he can go to the hospital and watch his baby get born. He infected himself, the child, and the mother.
They all have it.
They all have it, and I think some of the medical professionals
What a
because he
fucking
lied about
asshole.
because he lied about having symptoms, and like there was like a write up in the paper about like should this guy get charged with like manslaughter or like
If they
reckless
die,
endangerment?
yeah. If
The,
they
the baby's
die.
probably gonna die, and
Really?
I'm not even being like a negative person. I'm not generally a negative person, but he seriously endangered the health of himself and others, and that's not okay in a situation like this.
See, that's what I said from the beginning, is it's one thing when a bunch of people that are in their 90s die because you lived your life, but a baby? Come on, you're the fucking lowest of the
Honestly,
low.
any life is sacred. He put as many lives at risk despite their age. He put a ton of medical professionals' lives at
No,
risk
absolutely.
also.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm totally with you there, but I'm saying, like, what
It's a shame
fucking
that it's a
selfish
baby.
asshole. Like,
Yeah.
what a fucking dude, you're probably gonna leave in fucking 2 years to go get cigarettes and never come back. Was it that imperative that you fucking watch the kid be born? Like, it's just so fucking dystopian. We'll end on this. Hold on.
We'll end on this.
Hold
Yeah.
on, we'll end on this. I want to find the lyrics for it first. I said in a few episodes ago. Jordan with a Y and I made a playlist on Spotify that's like it's called The End of the World. Do not skip. And in the middle of it, there is a song called Cells by MF Doom, and I fucking love this song. And it opens with, and the one line in it always gives me chills. It's a poem about the end of the world, and part of it goes, we are born like this, into hospitals that are so expensive that it's cheaper to die, into lawyers who charge so much it's cheaper to plead guilty, into a country where the jails are full and the madhouses are closed, into a place where the masses elevate fools into rich heroes, born into this, walking and living through this, dying because of this, castrated, debauched, disenhearted because of this. The fingers reach towards an unresponsive God. The fingers reach for the bottle, the pill, the powder. We are born into sorrowful deadliness. There will be open and unpunished murder in the streets. It'll be guns and roving mobs. Land will be useless. Food will become a diminishing return. Nuclear power will be taken over by the many. Explosions will continuously shake the earth. Radiated men will eat the flesh of radiated men. Rotten bodies of men and animals will stink in the dark wind. And there will be the most beautiful silence never heard, born out of this.
And with that, have a good night, everyone.
I don't know who that's by. That's by a man named Charles Butowski, I think. I want to give him the credit he deserves. Hold on.
Okay.
Charles Bukowski. He's a poet or something, and that is the fucking tightest shit I have ever heard. Good night, everybody. Wash
night,
your fucking
everybody.
hands.
Wash your fucking hands.
Atomic Radio Hour Podcast.